Hey everybody, welcome. It's Tony Avitia with Timeshare Tips and Tricks, and I just want to do a quick video for you. I want to give you the most value you can get out of your timeshare. I want to show you either how to rent it, show you how to use it, get the trades you want, show you how to get rid of it if you don't want it any longer, or where to go, and show you how to maximize the potential and stay at the best places. So that's my goal for you, because I was a frustrated timeshare owner when I first bought it. I bought mine when I was 21, didn't use it for 7 years, thought the thing was worthless. I'd call up Interval, I'd be like, hey, I want to go to Sedona next month, not available. I want to go to Tahoe for 4th of July, guy laughed at me. I want to go to the Marriott Newport Beach next month. Yeah, I want to go to Hawaii, not a chance. So after a while, I actually quit the business because I didn't think it worked, and I went to work for a timeshare rental resale company, and I saw they didn't do anything. They just kind of took people's money, but I did see a few people renting them out, and I always thought that was a good thing. I started my own business, and then I got back in the business a while 10 years ago when I met my wife, and I needed to make more money to impress her, so I got back in the industry. But I started working with owners, and the owners really taught me a lot about how to use it themselves and how to rent it and do all these good things, as well as I met the owner of an exchange company. So in this video, I want to teach you how to rent out your timeshare. So it's a question I got asked a lot when on the tables. 90% of people have no idea how to do it. Some people do it with a high degree of success, and they pay all their maintenance fees, and they go 1 or 2 weeks a year, and their maintenance is covered, and they just absolutely love it. So obviously there's a learning curve whenever you start something new. So I want to give you the easiest, simplest, step-by-step process on how to get yours rented. And with all these websites now, it makes it super easy. So the first thing you want to do, obviously if you have weeks is a little different than points, but basically it's the same principle. First, just pick like your favorite resort you like to go to out of the system, because they're all in good places. They all put them there. You know, sometimes I think it's a bad place. I had one guy who booked the World Mark in Wolf Creek, Utah, and or Bear Lake or something like that, and I didn't think it'd be a good rental, and he actually rented out within like a couple weeks of us putting him out. So it doesn't really matter where it is. Sometimes the more unusual places are even better. So just pick your favorite resort out of your system, okay? And then first thing you do is Google best times to vacation in that area, okay? Now, not the times that you necessarily want to go, because I like to travel when it's off season because I don't like crowds, I don't like a lot of people, but for rental purposes, you want to get it when it's the highest demand or the highest income probability. So Google that. So say you own like Wyndham, and your favorite property is Oceanside, California. So you Google Oceanside, California, best times of the year to visit there. And then you click on one of the links, like the USA Today one's usually pretty good, and it'll say, oh, hey, the summer's the busiest time and the room rates are the worst or the most expensive. So that's the time you want to book, okay? And then second, you always want to try to book a major holiday. And try to do the same thing every year, because if you do it every year, you'll remember to get it. Some of these resorts like Wyndham and stuff, you have to book a good 6 months to a year out to even get those reservations. So you want to kind of plan ahead a little bit. Some of the better developers like Marriott and Hilton, you might have a little better chance of getting things at the last minute. But again, it depends on where you own at and stuff. Some of the week rentals you have to book like a year out. So the first thing is to find the best resort that you have access to, or your favorite resort you like to go to. So, and then pick the best time of the year to stay there, all right? And then find a holiday time within that time period, okay? Now that's gonna be the time you wanna rent out, all right? And then what you wanna do is Google that resort, the name of the resort. So say it's Wyndham Oceanside, Google Wyndham Oceanside rooms for rent, and see what they're going for online via like Priceline or Expedia or Kayak or whatever, because that'll give you a good baseline of what you can charge. So say you go to Expedia and you see Wyndham Oceanside or Priceline or whatever, and then you put the price in and say that week rents for $2,600, $2,800 with tax during the Comic-Con week in San Diego, Oceanside. So now you know that week rents for $2,600. What your maintenance cost on those 200,000 points or that week is only about, say, $1,200 or $1,400. So you have a $1,200 spread, because that's the whole reason you bought the timeshare, is it's more expensive if you pay cash there. So where you're going to make your money is in between that difference from the $1,200 to the $2,600 they charge online. All right. So the first thing is book your resort for that time period. Okay. Now, once you have a prime time resort booked at a prime location for a prime date, all right, that shouldn't take you too long, maybe 20 minutes of research. Or if you call my company, we can actually take care of that for you. My website is www.timesharesimplified.com, and we are just adding on other resort developers that we're taking on. So we can help you with that if you want. But pick a good resort, pick the good time of the year, and then make the reservation. Okay. Now, where you're going to rent it is up to you, but my best places that I've had the most success with are like Airbnb and HomeAway and VRBO and Flipkey. And then you can also do Red Week. However, Red Week is mostly, the only people that go to Red Week are timeshare owners. So typically they're looking for a good deal. So it's kind of hard to make a lot of money on Red Week, as most people on there are just giving it away for their cost of their maintenance. So you want to try to go to some of these other sites where these people don't really know about timeshares, and you can charge a lot more. So, and then, so what you'd want to do then is pick, usually Airbnb is about the easiest one if you've never done it before, but they're all fairly similar, fairly easy. So we'll use Airbnb as an example. So go to www.airbnb.com. If you're not familiar with them, they are the biggest hotel company in the world now that doesn't own a hotel. So a lot of people list like their, condos on there, vacation homes, mansions, tents, anything in any area where you can stay, they now rent out on that website. And they get like 20 million visitors a month, or 6 million, or some crazy number of people that go there looking for rooms. And it's a huge thing now. And so what you want to do is go there, and it'll say like list your space, okay? And then list your space, and then just walk through the instructions step by step. It'll ask you what size room is it, what's the address to the place. And so just keep your resort developer screen open on the other tab, and then you can get a lot of that information from that screen, all right? And pretty much everything you need from the developer website, you just kind of say it in your own words, but in your ad, all right? And then walk through step by step, and it shouldn't take you more than 10 to 25 minutes at the most. And you can even, for the pictures, you can just Google the name of the property, and then whatever it pulls up, go to images, and then it'll pull up, dozens and dozens of pictures that other people have taken there online. Or you can, so just find whatever pictures are good. Find anywhere from 10 to 15 pictures of the property. Get some of the resort, obviously, and you get one of the bathroom, the main room, the living room, and obviously a few of the resorts and the pools and everything. So try to get 10 to 15 pictures minimum, all right? Online, there's going to be hundreds of them, so you'll have your pick and just pick the best ones, all right? So then save those 10 pictures to a file on your computer, all right? Then while you're setting up your ad in Airbnb or HomeAway, then put the pictures in, put the address in, put the rules in, and then you can select your cancellation policy. So as a timeshare owner, most likely you want to do a strict cancellation, which means they can't really cancel because you have to be cognizant of the rules of your club. Like my Marriott one's awesome. I can cancel down to 24 hours before check-in. But my WorldMark one, you can't. I think you can only cancel like 30 days before minimum, or you eat those points. So each club has their own different set of rules. So be cognizant of the rules, because you don't want to put your cancellation policy as flexible and then people can cancel down to the day before, and then you're stuck and you lose out on your rental. So be cognizant of that, and then put the ad up. Now, where you want to price it is wherever you went and investigated the pricing, all right? Say they're charging $300 a night, and your maintenance fee breaks down to $140 a night, all right? So you want to do your midweek pricing, say at $250, and then you want to do your weekend pricing at, say, $325. So that's $750 for the weekends, and then $1,500 or $1,400. Let's say it's $200 a night, so $1,400 plus $500 for the weekends, or $600 even. All right. So now you're at, what's that? $2,000. So say you're at $1,700. Okay, and then that gives you a little room between what they're charging online, because Airbnb is going to add $20 or $30 on a night to whatever price you charge. Okay, so if you do that, now somebody's getting a wonderful vacation at 20, 30, 40, 50% off the regular price, you're getting enough to cover your maintenance, plus you're making $400 or $500 as well, because their fee to rent is only 3%. So you're only paying $30 on every $1,000, and that's basically just to process the credit card. If you own a business, you know you got to process the credit cards and pay those fees. So I would list it on there immediately. Doesn't cost you any money. You could put it on there. You could actually list them on both. You could list them on both HomeAway and Airbnb. It might be too much work if you just own 1 week, but if you own 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it might be a good idea to do that. And then list it, you've already put in the description and all that, and then just wait. And typically it depends on how far out you booked it, you should start getting leads anytime soon that are highly, highly closable. People looking to rent out your condo. Then when it comes in, you just respond to their inquiries. That's why I like Airbnb. It'll just send you a text message. You can just text message them back any questions they have on it, and then Airbnb collects the money. They do the pre-screening. They do they check their driver's license. They do all that good stuff. And then once you land and negotiate a deal with these people, I mean, some people try to, negotiate the pricing with you. So that's up to you if you want to do that or not. I don't negotiate my pricing. Whatever price I put on there is the price. So that's what they pay. And then they'll pay that company directly, and they'll put the money into like an escrow account, and then they pay you the day after they check in. And that protects the renter as well. Make sure they do have a place to stay and the room is legitimate, and they are able to get in. So they'll release that money to you. And then, like I said, set your cancellation policy to usually more of a stricter one, because you own a timeshare and depends on the cancellation rules, but usually go with strict. All right. Then once they book it with you, then all you do is you call your resort developer, have them put the name of the renter onto the reservation. Some of them you can do it online with, like I know my Wyndham one, I can do it online while I'm making the reservation. My Marriott one, I can put their name on. So we have a few there. I think the Diamond one you can do too. So, you just put it on at that time, or if you pre-booked it, like I was explaining, then you just call and add their name to the reservation, have them take you off as the primary and put them on as the primary, or you could just list them as an additional guest. But sometimes people don't like seeing another person's name on there, so it is better if you can put them as the primary guest. So I've found, and it just causes a lot less hassle. So put their name on and then send them the confirmation letter, and boom, you're done. Then all you gotta do is wait till after they check out, and they'll release all the money to you. And that would be your first successful rental. So there's little nuances. Some people don't have time to do that. Some people don't know where to go. So hopefully this helped you in your adventure, whether you want to use HomeAway or Airbnb. There's another good one. It's called redweek.com, but that's primarily if you're going to rent out a week at a time. They don't really do anything less. So if you have week rentals, it's a great place, because timeshare owners go there a lot, and you can rent it out, especially if you have a hot week at a good resort. But personally, just where I found I made the most money is like Airbnb and HomeAway, because they're so easy to use and they have so many people that go on there. But if you have any questions, contact my office at support@timesharesimplified.com. That's support@timesharesimplified.com. The website is timesharesimplified.com. And then you can reach us at 800-461-5037. That's 800-461-5037. I hope this brought you some value. If you have any questions, or if you have any other topics you'd like me to cover, put it in the comments below. You can also get my book, Timeshare Tips and Tricks, on Amazon, Tony Avitia. And I have a rental guidebook on my website as well that can walk you through the whole process, step by step, tell you the tax implications, and go through some of the more details. All right, God bless. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.